Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Dr. Tan, depending when you are watching this video. My name is Muhammad Radi bin Raza, 1814083, and this is my video presentation for Final Assessment AQS 2230 Construction Economics 1. There are going to be two parts for this video. The first part is on the principles and concepts of the topics as you can see on the screens, and also the second part is how can the topics help quantity surveyors in fulfilling their task. For this part one of the video, we're going to go briefly on the principal and concepts for each of the topics shown before this, and more details will be included in the report. This topic is divided into two main parts, which is construction economics and cost control. First of it is construction economics. Construction economics, which is an area of study that apply the techniques and expertise of economics to construction projects. For example, on the study of the client's wants and needs to ensure the design of the project is kept within the available budget. And also we have the economic analysis objectives, which revolves around how to secure cost effectiveness for the client. We're also going to discuss the design method, which is usually a combination of three, which is function, technology, and aesthetics. And also other topics regarding construction economics will be further explained in the report, which is the building economic theories, environmental impact of the construction project, and knowledge management. So on to the cost control, where if to sum up, the idea of cost control is to control the costs to be within the budget, not over it, which is very important. And we're going to discuss on the concept of value for money, cost advice, and contractual arrangement and their effect on costs. For the next topic, which is cost analysis, which in short is a systematic breakdown of cost data. And in this topic, we're going to go through the definitions of the words associated to cost analysis, such as element, unit, quantity, and also we're going to go through on the principles of analysis and also the preparation of cost analysis and types of cost analysis. And we are also going into the concept of elemental cost studies and further identify the elements and items that is included in the cost analysis, such as superstructure, substructure, and even the engineering services and external works. For the cost indices, we are going to go through on the four factors that needs to be considered in constructing an index number, and also the usage of cost index, such as in updating cost data, and also the difficulties in the use of indices. Furthermore, we're also going to go through some type of indices such as the Las Payres and Paches and cost and price indices, and also the measuring trends. Cost data topic, which is cost data is the collection, analysis, publication, and retrieval of cost and price information, which is much important in the early stage of project for cost reference. And this topic, we are going to go through the characteristics of cost data, its 8 level of hierarchical structure of cost data, and also a touch on its accuracy and consistency, and on the cost feedback, price books, and also the price bill of quantities as the source of the cost information. And the other two is price analysis and cost analysis. For research in construction methods, or also known as cost research, which involves in the investigation of any matters that affect the cost of construction, we're going to go through its philosophy, how research is collaborating with practical practice, and also going through its research process, research methods, and dissemination of the research output, and finally the linking between the industry and research outputs, which we are hopeful for the future. Next, we come to the economics of design construction methods, also known as design economics, we're going to explain the concept of value for money, which will take into considerations on the client's requirements, which is most of the time is the big three, which is performance or quality, and time and cost. And next is the factors to consider that with factors that will affect the cost of the building, such as the site for the project and the design of the project, such as the planning efficiency, the building size, the building height, and the story height, and which are more economical, which one of it is more economical than the other, and also involving the topic of whole life costing, which is the total cost, including not only the initial cost of the construction, but also after the building is completed. For the economics of quality, the main discussion will be revolving around the topic of quality in terms of economy or cost. The concept and general principle in the quality systems, such as the ISO 9000, which quality system is a system to make sure that the quality is controlled at the standard required, but if and only if the process which the quality system suggests or give provide is applied. And also we're going to go through the M factors, such as man and money, that will affect the quality and the quality standards, and such as the appearance, strength, and performance of material. Categories of quality costs, such as prevention and appraisal costs, and also the economic assessments, such as break-even analysis. And the last one is the quality considerations, which includes other external factors rather than focusing on the cost per se that will affect the quality. For influence of site and market conditions, we'll discuss mainly on the 5 factors of influence of site and market condition towards the overall building costs, such as you can see, the site conditions, which will branch out to 7 more main effects. And also the use of plant, whether to own or to hire is better, and site productivity, wastage of materials, and also the market consideration effects towards the overall building cost. And for the last topic, which is pre-tender price estimating, the main discussion for this topic is going to be on the concept and principles of the methods of pre-tender price estimating, which is, for example, the unit method, the approximate method, and among others. And also in determining the rates that is going to be used for the pre-tender estimating, the general considerations which needs to be taken into consideration, and also the other factors that will affect the choosing of the rates that is going to be used for the pre-tender price estimating. Now, after discussing and going through all the topics, principles, and concepts, let us now see how the understanding of the principle and concepts of the topics can actually help quantity surveyors in fulfilling their task. And for the sake of brevity of this video, I'm going to choose one out of the 3 ways that it can help the quantity surveyors. Now, one of the main tasks of a quantity surveyor is cost control. If a quantity surveyor understands the concepts and principles of cost control that is explained in this topic, the quantity surveyors will be able to control the cost and expenditure of the construction project, especially during the construction phase, so that the client's expenditure will be, if not lower, within the budget estimate. Now, for the topic of cost analysis, one of the ways this topic will help the quantity surveyors is in preparing a cost analysis of a building. As we all know, preparing a cost analysis of a building is not a task that someone can do without proper understanding of the principles of analysis. Therefore, if a quantity surveyor understands the principles and concept that is discussed in this topic, it would definitely help him or her in preparing the cost analysis of a building. Now, next, the cost indices can help the quantity surveyors in their process of cost planning, because the process of cost planning requires a large quantities of historic cost data. And for this cost data to be used properly, the cost data need to be updated by using indices. Therefore, the cost indices helps the cost data to be updated, which in turn helps the quantity surveyors in the process of cost planning. Cost data can be used to approximate estimates of proposed project, which means cost data of previous similar projects can be used as reference by the quantity surveyors regarding the prices and the cost of the buildings, such as the elements of the building. The idea is that because the building is similar to what the new building is, the prices and cost of the buildings will also be rather similar. Therefore, understanding the cost data will provide help for the quantity surveyors in preparing approximate estimates before doing the real estimating. Now, by understanding the concepts and principles of cost research or research in construction costs, it can help in improving the service provided by the QS or quantity surveyors to the clients. Because the research and innovation that comes up from the cost research should help QS or quantity surveyors improving their knowledge on industry, which as a result will provide better service to the needs of the clients, especially in a commercial environment. By gaining deeper knowledge in the construction industry, quantity surveyors will be able to satisfy the complex needs of the clients or the demands of the clients better. Therefore, quantity surveyors will have the knowledge needed to further improve their professional service with the understanding of cost research. Now, one of the concepts that is explained under this topic is the whole life costing concept. And as we all know, as quantity surveyors, we should not just consider the initial cost of the construction, but also consider the whole life cost of the building. And if the quantity surveyor understands this concept, which is mentioned in this topic, it will help the quantity surveyor gain or acquire a far-sight view in making the decisions relating to the cost of the building. Next, by understanding this topic of economics of quality, a quantity surveyor will have the realization that when choosing the quality of materials in a construction project, the cost or the economics of the construction is just one of the factors that the QS needs to consider. And there are lots of other factors, such as the client's demand for high quality materials because the project is important for the client, or for the maintenance of the material in the long run, so he needs to buy a high quality because the maintenance is costly. Therefore, by understanding this, the quantity surveyor will have a wider view in the aspects of determining the quality of the materials in the construction project. Now, when talking about market condition, by understanding the concept of market condition, it can help the quantity surveyor in pricing the tender, because he will always keep in his mind that the price might fluctuate in the future when the construction project actually starts, as the market conditions is not always stable and can change anytime. And he will also realize that there are unforeseeable and external factors that can happen, such as the event like this pandemic, COVID-19, which put a hold on the construction projects all over the country. And the possibility of incurring loss is high for the contractors and also the clients. Therefore, by understanding the market condition, it can help quantity surveyors in pricing their tenders better. Now, in any construction project, usually the clients wants to know the estimated cost of the project as soon as possible. Now, this is a job for the QS, and not only does he need to prepare a quick estimate, rather the estimate must also be of the highest accuracy to the real project cost. And this is where the methods of pre-tender price estimating, which is introduced in this topic, comes to play in helping the QS doing the pre-tender price estimate. As a conclusion, to sum it all up, as students of Bachelor of Quantity Surveying that aspires to be a quantity surveyor in the near future, one of the ways for us to be a better quantity surveyors when we go out in the real world is for us to now have a better understanding on the concept and principles of construction economy. And with that, I will end my presentation. Thank you very much.